Hi everyone, my name is Olivia. I am a track and field student athlete at the University of South Carolina, a javelin thrower. I went to undergrad from 2012 to 2016, and during that time, I was a victim of domestic violence. And it was a high school boyfriend, but it became violent shortly after my freshman year in college. And it posed a lot of challenges for me because I was in a new environment. I didn't have a really strong support system. I was very isolated from my family and friends back home that I had in high school. So I was left feeling very powerless, and I didn't know who to turn to or where to go because I didn't know who would believe me. So I started having problems going to class and finishing my work. Going to workouts seemed like it was just really hard for me. I couldn't talk to my friends. I stopped going out. I was just completely terrified all the time. So I decided the best thing for me was to tell my roommates and best friends first, then my teammates and coaches. And from there, I kind of decided that I need to find a way to share my story with more people because of the position that I was in. Being a student athlete, I recognize that I have a lot of opportunities to reach people from all different backgrounds and to have an impact on people that no other students can really affect in the same way. So I decided to go to my athletic department and to share my whole story with them. And from there, we decided to share my story with the whole world. So we put out a video explaining what happened to me and just kind of explaining what to do if you're in that situation, and how to react and who to turn to. For me, it was very important to share with students what to do when it happens, because for me, being a student athlete, I thought that I was strong. I thought that I was powerful, and when I got in this situation, I turned out to be none of the above. And I didn't know what to do. So I thought maybe I could provide guidance to women going through it in college. So once I shared my story, I decided that that wasn't the end. I still was scared, and I still was having trouble moving forward past it, and I couldn't figure out what that block was coming from. So I ended up taking the SASS self-defense class, and I figured it out. I figured out that what I needed was to learn how to handle that situation if I'm ever in it again. I didn't even realize how much the fear of a reoccurrence was affecting me. And even though domestic violence is something that is thought to be interpersonal, it's still something that I would fear every day, and I wasn't fully recognizing it. So once I got through the class, I started to realize that, I can better protect myself now. And because of that, I was able to move forward and share my story on even a bigger stage than what I was sharing before, because now I knew a surefire way that women can find power within themselves. And the power doesn't just come from learning how to handle an attacker. The power comes from within. And it was so powerful to work with people like Shannon and Megan, because they really helped me as a whole person. It wasn't just helping me as a victim, it was helping me become more than that. So from there, I ended up actually sharing my story, and it got shared on the SEC network and ESPNW. So it was such a big honor to be able to help women and to share the real scary truth that it's a lot more common than you believe. And I would have never been able to do half of what I did if I didn't learn how to be powerful again and learn a different type of strength than what I'm used to. And SASS just helped me figure out who and what and where I wanted to be. And from there, I was able to figure out, now I am a first-year law student. I'm going to be working, hopefully, in criminal law and trying to work also with constitutional law on the side of gender inequality, and just trying to make things better for victims. Because once you've been through it, it's scary to realize how ineffective the system is right now. And all that you can really do is affect change over what you can control. And SASS taught me that strength doesn't always come from being the strongest, fittest, fastest person, which was such a contradiction to me as an athlete. But it comes from being all around and choosing when to use your strength. When you use your strength for good purposes and you use it to further something and use it to protect yourself and others, then it's a great quality. And that distinction is just so important. And I couldn't have been where I was today if I wasn't able to learn what I learned in SASS. And it was just an amazing experience. And I recommend it to all the girls that I know, because learning how to take control of your life like that is so important. So SASS is definitely something that everyone should pay attention to and hopefully learn from and take parts of it and implement it so that they can help other women that need it. Because we're all in this together, and we all need to work together to make this better.